working on. We don't have any kind of lighting. So the first thing, I'm going to add an environment lighting. So to do that, I'm going to select this, use this Easy HDRI. It's a free add-on, and I'm going to use HDRIs from polyevent.com, which are also free. So I'm going to select this fix world and nodes. In my case, in your case, it might say create world and nodes. Just create that. It will give you the same setup. As you can see, we have the sun strength, the sky strengths, the rotation, and we have different options right here. But for now, we're not going to use this one. So if I go to if I press N, I can collapse this one. And if I go to this rendering view right here, as you can see, this is the default lighting that we have from this add-on. So if I go to this shader editor and then in the world tab, I can rotate, the HDRI, or I can also, do that right here. And for most cases, I use this solitude in my interior, so I'm going to select this one. If you can also use this 4K for better reflections, so I'm going to do that. And then after this, I'm going to add a sun lamp. So to do that, I'm going to press Shift A and then add a sun, and then press GZ just to move it upward. And then I'm going to rotate it on the y-axis like this. As you can see, we have the sun, and we have the property of the sun right here. As you can see, this one is selected. And I have a strength of 1 and an angle of 0.526. So I will increase the strength to 5 like this. As you can see, we're getting something brighter. And if I press N and go to this item, I can rotate it, in the Z axis, something like this. And then I will increase the angle to maybe 30. As you can see, when I do that, the sun is going to be a lot softer. You can increase it more than that. You can decrease it, make it a little bit sharp. It's up to you. But for this case, let's try 30 for now. We can change it later. So as you can see, I'm going to press R and then Z, just rotate it so that the focus will be on the sofa, and we have a little bit darker foreground, so that we have focus on the middle ground, which is the sofa and this seater right here. And then after this, I'm going to add some kind of era lamp. So to do that, let me go right here. Then I'm going to press Shift A and then add it right here. Then press RI, then like this, and then I'm going to scale it. Maybe let me go to the solid view so that I can see it clearly. Then press GX, and then I'm going to scale it on the axis like this. Press SZ, scale it on the Z axis. Then I'm going to give it an intensity of maybe 50 for now. And then let me go to this camera view and let me see what I have. Yeah, we have something good. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to enhance the glossy on this scene. So to do that, I'm going to use this setup. So this is the setup that the HDR has given us. So I'm going to select this one and then press X. I'm going to delete this one. I'm going to plug this glossy ray right here. So the reason that I'm doing is this one is I want to amplify the glossy ray that's coming from the HDR. So to do that, as you can see, we have two setups. If I move this one, as you can see, we have the first setup. The second setup. The first setup, I'm going to make this one to 0. As you can see, I'm going to make it 0. For the second one, I'm just going to press Ctrl X so that I can delete it without disrupting the node connection. And then I'm going to make this one to 5, as you can see. But we are seeing some kind of pink lighting. The reason for that is we don't have any kind of HDR right here. So to do that, I'm just going to copy this one right here. And then press Ctrl V and then select this one. Now we have this, as you can see. So what I have done is I have amplified the glossy ray that's coming from the HDR 5 times. And I have decreased the diffuse or any kind of lighting that's coming from the HDR to be 0. So what we are getting is only a glossy ray that's coming from the HDR. And for our natural lighting, I have used, where's the sun? yeah, I have used the sun. The sun is used for direct lighting, any kind of lighting, and I have used this HDRI to amplify, the glossy, since sometimes Blender have, pretty weak glossy. So that's the setup that I have used for this scene. Sometimes, you don't have to use this. Just your lighting might depend on the scene that you are working on. So after this, as you can see, our background is a little dark. So let us work on that. So let me go to the solid view, and then I'm going to navigate. So let me add some kind of area light right here. I'm going to shift click right here and then press shift A, and then I'm going to add an area lamp. Press R1 and then 90, and then press SY like this, then SZ, something like this, and let me go right here. Let me go to this wireframe so that I can see it. Yeah, press SZ like this. Just make it as high as the window. Something like this will be good. Then after this, I'm going to give it an intensity of, maybe let us try 100 for now. And let us see what we are getting. So if I go to this rendered view, so this is what I'm getting. It's good, but it's not good enough. So maybe 300. Yeah, I think this is good, right? Yeah, I think this is good. And the next thing, as you have seen on the rendering, we have also artificial light that's coming from all over the artificial light placements. So let us place those. So the first thing is, as you can see, we have some kind of ceiling lights, spotlights right here, and some kind of hanging lights. So let us start from this. So I'm going to shift click right here. Let us enable this one so that we can see what we're doing. And I'm going to, where is it? Add an area light, press GZ, and then I'm going to make this one to a disk, and then, decrease it like this. Press G and then, shift Z. Move it like this. I'm going to use only one. Maybe I'm going to use two. Press Alt D to duplicate it like this. You don't need to use 4. Alt D X, then Alt D X, so that we have the same properties. Then for this one, maybe I'm going to press Shift D and the Shift Z, so that I will have a different object data. And then I'm going to press again Alt D and then X, and then move it right here. And then for these ones, let me select this one and then press Shift D so that we have a different property. And then after I have placed it right here, I'm going to press Alt D and then X so that I will move it on the X axis. And then again press Shift R so that it will duplicate the last operation, so that you won't have to do press Alt D again. So just let me adjust that a little bit. Yeah, let me adjust it a little bit. I think the height is, yeah, I think this is good. And for these ones, I'm going to place a light inside this sphere. So to do that, I'm going to select this one, go to right click, and then select origin to 3D cursor. I mean origin to, no, sorry, snap cursor to selected. Now we have the cursor right here, and then I'm going to press Shift A and then add a point light. If I select this one and hide it, the point light is right here. Increase the radius just a little bit so that we can see it. And then I'm going to repeat the same process right here. So I think we have added the artificial lights. So if I go to my camera view, let us see what we have got so far. As you can see, we are getting something, but everything is too white. So let us give it some kind of warmness to the lights. So the first thing is, let me control everything from right here. So let me select this corridor lights. So as you can see, we have this property. So we have the spread, which is 180 degrees. So if I make this one to, for example, 490, as you can see, the beam angle is going to be very downwards. So for now, maybe I'm going to make this one to 150. And after that, I'm going to select this use node so that we can use node to set up the color. So for this color, I'm going to select this one and then give it a converter black body. And black body is going to help us to adjust the temperature of each light. So for this one, I'm going to use maybe 4500, something like this. I think this will be good. I think the intensity 10 is good enough. And also for this one, maybe 150 again. Use nodes. Let me give it a black body so that I can adjust the temperature. And then maybe give it similar for 4500. And then maybe select this one. I'm going to make this one to 90 so that I will have a lower beam angle. And then use the same process again. Maybe use this one. I'll make it a little bit more warmer like this. I think this one is good enough. Yeah, I think this is good enough. And then after this, as you can see, we don't have any kind of lighting right here. So to do that, let me select this one. As you can see, I have placed some kind of emission, but this is only for the camera view so that it will look like there's a light, but this is not going to cast any kind of light. So to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place some kind of error lights like this, press GZ, and then I'm going to disable this multiple importer so that it won't be visible in any kind of in any glossy surface. For example, if I where's the sun? If I select this one, as you can see, we have some kind of this circle thing. That's the sun. So if I select this curtain, as you can see, there's some kind of circle. So if I select deselect this one, as you can see, the circle will disappear. So this is the importance of this one. But since it's not going to be visible, I'm going to just leave it as it is. But for this kind of things, for artificial light, when you place them, if you have any kind of closed surface, just make sure that you have disabled this one so that they won't be visible. And then I'm going to change this one to disk, and then decrease the radius. I'm just going to press Alt and duplicate something right here, and also duplicate another one right here. I think this will be good. And then after that, I'm going to go to this and give it a black body, and then give it a temperature of 3500. I think this will be good. Maybe 4500 so that it won't be warm. And then maybe I can decrease the intensity to 5 so that we won't have a feeling of everything that's coming from we won't have a feeling of a night scene. We want this to be a kind of day scene, so just maybe you can also disable it. Yeah, I think this will be good. And then after this, using the same process, as you can see, I will place a light right here. So I'm going to snap cursor to selected, and then press Shift A, and I'm going to add a point light, as you can see, like this. And then I'm going to make the point light to maybe 4500, as you can see. So that's the way. I already adjusted this translucent material. And then again, we have another light, which is, as you can see, these vertical lines, they are supposed to be lights. So I'm going to select this one. And then I'm going to make this one to maybe 12 or something like this. For the color, I'm going to keep it as white. So I'm going to press Alt H. And the next things, I'm going to add another artificial light on this floor lamp. So to do that, just I'm going to press Shift A, and then add like this. And then let me make this one to disk, and then decrease the radius like this. If I go to this camera view, this is what we are getting. Let me make it warm. I think this is supposed to be warm. I think something like this will be good. And maybe make the spray to 120 degrees so that the beam will be downwards. And maybe make this one to 5 or something. Yeah, I think this will be good. Yeah, I think we're getting something. Maybe I'm going to maybe increase the intensity of the sun to be maybe something like 8 or something, so that we have I think this is too much. Maybe 6. I think 6 will be good. After that, what I'm going to show you is how you can enhance it further using post-production. Using Compositor. So as you can see, I have added some kind of color balance nodes, but I'm just going to delete them for now so that we can do it together. And as you can see, for the color management, I'm using AGX with none, with the contrast to be none. I'm going to disable this one also. And also let me Control X this one so that I can delete it. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to press Shift A and then go to search, add a color balance like this. Then I'm going to Shift D and duplicate it again. And for this one, I'm going to change this one to offset, power, and slope like this. And in the viewport, make sure that you have activated this in the composer. Just make it always so that we can see what we're doing in real time. So if I increase the gain like this, as you can see, no, I have to plug this one to right here. Sorry. Yeah. If I increase the gain, as you can see, this is the play. So for in order to make it a little bit brighter, I'm going to increase the gain, something like this. And then I'm going to make the gamma a little bit darker so that we have some kind of contrast, as you can see now the colors are popping out. Then after this, I'm going to leave this one and this one as they are. I'm not going to, deep dive on this color balance thing. I'm going to show you the routine that I used most of the time without any, further explanation. Yeah, I think something like this will be good. As you can see, this one makes it a little bit brighter. Something like this. Maybe I will decrease this one if it is a little bit brighter. So if I see the change, if I disable it, it's like this. If I enable it, it's like this. As you can see, we have a different contrast. As you can see, I think this one is really good. And the next thing is maybe let us place some kind of glare. So to do that, I'm going to press Shift A and then type glare. As you can see, we can place some kind of glare. Yeah, I think this looks good. And then I'm going to make the quality too high like this and maybe change the strokes to 5 like this. Maybe decrease the mix so that we won't have too much. Or we can change this one to fog glow. Yeah, fog glow like this. Then maybe decrease the mix. So can I see the change? As you can see, this is the change. As you can see, if you press M, you can mute it. So this is the change. So after this, maybe we can have some kind of sharpening. So press Shift A and then add filter node like this. But for this one, I'm not going to use it as it is. I'm going to press Shift A and then add a mix like this. And then I'm going to plug this one to the image and plug this one to the second one. And then I'm going to make this one to box sharpen and maybe make this one to 0.5 or just keep it as 1. But I'm going to make this one to 0.1. Something like this, yeah. So I'm going to make it like this. So after this, maybe just let me enable this one if it is good. But I think this one is good. So after this, what you can do is just I'm going to use this 200% for my rendering, which is going to be 4K, and I'm going to use 256 samples. Where is it? Yeah, 256 samples for this one. And for the light pass, as you can see, I have used full global illumination. So after this, what you have to do is just hit render and render image, and you have finished, and then you can save it. So guys, this is all for today. I hope you have learned some kind of technique right here. And if you're interested on what I give, please consider subscribing to my channel. See you in the next tutorial.